Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Eli5 back with you guys with another video, and the NBA season is starting off strong. There's been a lot of upsets as of lately regarding the NBA teams that just lost from here and there, but that isn't the discussion for today. My discussion is the fact that the Golden State Warriors, I'm not gonna lie, the Golden State Warriors, they were projected before the season started. I feel like they were a little bit overranked, because if you look at this roster, obviously, yeah, they still have Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Draymond Green, but first things first, Klay Thompson obviously got injured and he's out for the year. So there's been a lot of NBA fans that were giving Steph Curry the benefit of the doubt due to the fact that you already know how Stephen Curry plays. He's a huge impact on the court, but people have to realize just because Stephen Curry is back full and strong, that doesn't mean the whole team is back as a whole. This team is completely different, and it should be obvious to us right now is that Stephen Curry is dealing with a team that he's playing with that is not as good as he's once had back in the past. Now, during this season, I have watched a couple games that the Warriors has participated in. I watched the Bucks game, I watched the Nets game. I couldn't watch the Bulls game, but I seen they won that game. But despite what I've seen so far of the Warriors, the Warriors offense is not that good at all. When I was watching the Warriors playing the Nets and Bucks, their offense looked like almost lackluster outside of Stephen Curry. Obviously, the game plan, since Klay Thompson, let me get this straight first. Klay Thompson is out, and he's obviously a huge threat to other teams when he's playing alongside Steph Curry. So that's a huge offensive threat out the window for the Golden State Warriors. So it's literally Stephen Curry who's the main offensive threat for this team. So due to these whole conditions that the Warriors are facing right now, teams are going to take advantage of that. Teams are literally double teaming Stephen Curry, and that's the game plan. That's what they should do. But that is a completely bad thing for the Warriors. Literally outside of Stephen Curry, this offense for this team has been god awful. I really don't like ragging on teams, but it's the honest complete truth. This roster is not it offensively at all. Andrew Wiggins couldn't buy a bucket. Kelly Oubre couldn't buy a bucket. The only player that I seen was able to buy a bucket at some points was James Wiseman, who is a rookie, and he is so far looking like he has a bright future on it in this league. He looks like he's gonna be a really great player one of these days. But despite that, you need more than James Wiseman to carry the load offensively in order to win games. You can't rely on two players on one team to win games. You're not gonna win anything like that. It is safe to say that this team lacks a lot of depth, and this is an issue that the Warriors franchise organization needs to fix as soon as possible if they plan to be a decent team in upcoming years when Klay Thompson gets back, return healthy, when the Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green trio returns full and healthy back in action. Because once they return back to action, if this stuff isn't resolved as soon as possible, I really don't think this team's gonna be able to, make a deep playoff push, or let alone make a playoffs at all. Obviously, if the Warriors seek to fix their problem that involves their lack of depth, they're obviously gonna have to sign some new players that's able to contribute to the game of basketball, that's able to win games for the Warriors franchise. So they can either do that. So they have a couple options here. They can either do what I just said, or they can either let their young talent develop at a calm, collective pace. Because if you look at the roster, in my opinion, there's a couple players on this roster that are young, but I see them as having a really bright, promising future. Because I see Eric Pascal and James Wiseman, who are really great young players in my opinion, and I really feel like both of those players have a really bright future in this league. So they could at least wait for them to develop, but they're gonna have to let them develop as soon as possible, because Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green are all getting older, and if this team seeks to make a couple more deep playoff pushes or possibly a championship with this roster before all those three players retire, they're gonna have to fix their problem depth-wise as soon as possible. Now, this can all be an overreaction, because like we already know, the season just started, and there's been a lot of instances where teams start off bad and they end the season off really good. So this can all be a fluke. This can all be just a slump for the Warriors that the Warriors are facing as of right now. They could potentially play really good the next game and the next game and the next game and potentially make the playoffs this season. But if they continue to play the way they are playing offensively, this team will miss the playoffs in my opinion. I really see this team missing the playoffs if they continue the way they're playing. And if they don't continue the way they're playing, if they fix their style of play, they can potentially make the playoffs, but they still gonna have to get their depth situation situated if they want to make at least a couple more deep playoff pushes with Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green. But that will be the end of today's video. Despite the recency that we've seen with this Warriors team, at the end of the day, there is still a lot of basketball to be played, and we could potentially be seeing a potential comeback for the Warriors franchise once Klay Thompson gets back full in action. But other than that, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm out. Peace.